Alright, so now's the brake switch wires. So this one was kind of hard for me to locate, but it is what it is. But anyways, you got on one end a red, black, and black and red coming out of the top, and then you get two sheathed things coming out. Like there's two connections on each, or technically three. One has a blue and red wire, which isn't connected to anything. I'm thinking these are older switches and need to be switched out, but we'll see if the brake lights work without the blue and red. And then the terminals down here, doesn't matter which goes where, just as long as each sheath plugs into the same switch. And then the black plugs in right here on your fuse box. So, and then this one's going to be connected later, the red one coming out here. Alright, next phase is you've got to feed a brown, black and a brown wire. Black with yellow stripe, looks like. And you feed it through here, right here. And then it's got like a Y, a yellow and white that I haven't hooked up yet. And then it runs to the fuse box. So the white wire goes third from the end, and the blue with the white stripe hooks in right there. And then the black and yellow wire hooks in second from the end, and then its black extension is hooked up right here on this little thing. And then the yellow wire runs fifth from the end right there. Now it says that the brown wire hooks to the brown wire going to the turn signal. Now all these wires coming up right here go to the steering column inside, but there's two brown wires coming from there. So yeah, I don't know, so guess we'll see. So I've hooked it up to one, but I don't know which one it might be. Could be both, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so now continuing on, we did the blinkers, these right up here. Ran this one. I assume this was the green one because it was the longer and it's going for a longer distance. So you would hook this one on third from the left of the fuse box here, and then the green striped wire gets put in a 4. I think the old one was a 3, but just basically you're matching the wires, so you want to put all three black with a green stripe. So you got black with green stripe coming from the light, black with green stripe coming from the main harness, and then the black with green stripe coming from the turn signal. Yeah, and then on the driver's side, it's basically all the same, but the gray gets put on the 4th from the left, and then the black with white stripe goes into a 4 connector, and again black with white stripe coming from the main harness, and then the black with white stripe coming from the signal. So we'll see when I test it out whether the blinkers are all in the right place. Because coming from the signal is black with green or white stripe. Doesn't mean they're connected right on that end, so we'll see if I have to flip it. I grounded the headlights, so it should be good to go. Headlights are all in. And one thing I figured out, the reason this doesn't have a voltage regulator is because I think, pretty sure this is an alternator, not a generator. So alternators have the built-in voltage regulator. So that being said, there's a certain way to connect all these wires in, and I'll do another part of the video with that. So alright, so hopefully we're finishing this up today. We got the fuse I'm going to be putting in, this inline fuse right here. I think that's it for back here. I'm just praying that I have the distributor wires into the correct spots on there. So I looked it up and that's what I was told, so hopefully we don't fry anything. Yeah, and then to the front I got a new flasher, because this one just doesn't seem to match up, and I'm not even sure if I have these on here correctly. And then there's two brown wires in the back here that are supposed to connect to this back plate, but there's nothing there, so I got something for that. And then this switch, the hazard light switch, that came apart, so I got a new one of those. And then the speedometer cable, that might be a little intensive, so might take me another day to do it, because on this tire it is goes through there, so I'll have to take off the tire. And I want to say that's it. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Don't mind the mess in my garage. Yeah, so I got the inline fuse, the two pieces for the ground wire. This is for the flasher, and I already got the switch part way in, but I'm just going to double check all my connections. And then I've got the speedometer cable here with the clip. So, and I did get these. These are some 8 amp fuses, but this came with it. This came with an 8 amp fuse. So if I would have known that, I wouldn't have got them. So, but they weren't that expensive. So the blue and the black with white and green stripes says it goes into 49 alpha. So on here, as you can see, there's a 49 alpha terminal. And then the white goes in the 49. Which is on that side right here. And then the blue with green says is on KBL. Oh, there's a K1 and a 31, which I'm pretty sure the 31 is the ground, and then the K1 has to be the KBL, which I assume lights the light right there in the middle for the blinker. And then 31 should be the ground, so plug that in there, and there we go. It's a little big for that space, but it's gonna have to do. Now for this, the connectors aren't exactly the same. So luckily, I'm gonna have just enough wire to reach. So I'm gonna cut these ends off. This is our inline fuse that's going to go in here. Alright, I'm just going to... So they're both about 14 gauge, although this one's having a booger of a time. Oh, my bad, they're 16 gauge. There we go, 16 gauge. Now I'm just gonna throw it in there and then screw it tight. I wish it was ones that they plug in, but it is what it is. Alright, that's secured in there. Now this last one, oof, it's awfully tight. Let's see if I can get some more slack. And here we go. There we go. I can secure it on there. Alright, so I got these grounding things I'm gonna do. I got some self drilling screws, 1/4 inch, so this should be good. Alright, now we'll plug these ground wires in.